Daily Mail has released photos of Ellie and Jono. Not Ellie and her husband, the podcaster Ben.
Couple swap.
But Jono.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what's happened because I'm not fully across.
Okay, so recently, I'd say this week, Yahoo Lifestyle found pictures of Ellie sitting with Jono at what they've said is a Christmas function over the break. So that's after filming finished.
Above board.
Above board. So the only thing that was even slightly showing that they might have like a friendship or relationship is that he had his arm over her chair in one of the photos.
Okay.
So we were like, okay,
Power
we're
move.
gonna power move. Like we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this.
Yeah.
But then today, the Daily Mail had some pat pics of these two coming out of the water at Sydney's Tamarama Beach, like sexy, really sexy. But they're not just holding hands, but kissing. And to me, these pictures, like when I come out of the water, firstly, I don't turn my back to the ocean because that's against the rules. And I look like Gollum, whereas these two look sexy. They look hot, very hot.
Okay, so do we think this is going to happen during the season or do we think it's going to happen after the season wraps?
During the season.
Oh,
I think
dear.
we're in season 11. We need something to keep the audience occupied.
And I
think that's a
fucking
couple
love
swap.
this. I
Me
love
too.
this because it's not who you would expect. Those two are playing so nicey nice right now and you're not expecting it, right? Like, I'm not saying that we expected Claire last season or whatever, but these two are really flying under the radar at the moment. So I'm here for that.
Me too, and I think right now we're seeing kind of a little bit of a vibe between Ellie and her current husband Ben, which is nice to watch. It's like blossoming, but we do see this disconnect between Lauren and Jono. Like, you know, on paper I can see why it works, but I also feel like maybe there was a sneaky where actually Jono and Ellie were better matched than their current partners, and this is kind of manipulated.
Yeah, see, I think the opposite.
Really?
I think that Lauren and Jono seem to be getting along well.
No, they do, but I can see why. Like, I can see why Ellie might be more his speed.
Maybe Jono is ready to have kids and Ben isn't necessarily
Maybe.
at this stage.
It'd be hard when he's travelling all over the world and she's got to raise a little one.
We played this little game called Fuck, Marry, Leave.
Leave. Okay.
Who you got the hots for? Who would you be married to and who would you just leave at the altar?
Okay, so last season was really easy for me to pick this when I was watching it and I was listening along at home. This season's a bit trickier. I don't gravitate towards many of the men much.
Yeah.
But I think I would, okay, let's break it down. I think I would maybe fuck Eden or Lauren.
Lauren would be a good time.
Lauren would be a great time. You can just tell. I think I would marry Cassandra.
Oh,
She seems
Cassandra
nice.
is beautiful, inside and out.
Inside and out. And then I would leave Jack just because he, to me, seems like men I wouldn't want to talk to at the gym. Like,
Or be trained by. Yeah. All right, I want to talk about another headline this week, which came from Pedestrian's Own. I actually got a call this week from none other than Jaden's ex, someone claiming to be Jaden's ex. And she had a few things to say about his revelation this week.
Yeah.
Tell us what his revelation was, Laura.
Oh, mate, okay. So his revelation this week was that after his ex-girlfriend cheated on him, allegedly he had sex with one of her friends and got his ex to watch as a punishment.
I'm gonna sleep with her best friend while she watches.
Yeah, that is the most fucked part about it because, like, it's not some voyeuristic shit. I'm not going to yuck a yum, but, like, it's a punishment?
Yeah.
That's yucky.
This whole element of, I'll show her.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I don't like that.
no,
but
not at all.
basically, this person on the phone to me, she said that she never even cheated on Jaden, firstly. She said that they were broken up for a couple of months and that she started going on dates and whatever. They spoke about it and then he found out, wasn't happy, and then basically threatened the idea of, well, I'll sleep with one of your friends to show you a lesson.
Right. So
Right.
she's claiming that nothing really happened as we saw it on screen.
Yeah, so whether or not he's taken, you know, this thing that could have happened and turned it into something that is of TV value, I don't know. I don't know why you would...
No, that's my big thing.
Yeah.
I thought when I was watching it, I was like mouth agape, kind of thinking like, okay, sure, but why would you talk about this on TV? Like, why would you talk about this on national TV? It's not just like a silly little kink. It's like actually kind of a bit fucked up.
True or not, it still put them in a really fucking shit position.
Absolutely.
One article that you wrote this week that really piqued my interest was about, do people go on Married at First Sight for fame? Yes, and is that such a bad thing?
We know that going on the show is such a huge risk to your character, to your career. Say, for example, Olivia Fraser from a couple of seasons ago, she did lose her job from her portrayal and the way she acted on the show, and now is facing the ramifications. Conversely, you've got people like Dominica and Ella who have got a thriving media career, and Cam and Jules, and they're all thriving.
Yeah.
So now going on the show, I think it's very valid to go on for love and fame because the risks are too high. I genuinely believe that. I don't think we should be shaming people who go on just to get a following.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's just about a following. I think that they think, okay, this is a bonus. I'm going to risk it all for this. And if they find love, yahoo! Like,
but even if they do find love, you know, you've got Melinda and Leighton, Ollie and Tani, who are now going through very public breakups. Right. You know, like the risk is still high, even if you find love. So of course you do want some kind of sprinkle of fame on the side. I don't think that's such a bad thing.
I don't think so either. And I think it's more worrying if people go on the show with just love in mind. I think that puts them in a more vulnerable position, and they've got.
That's concerning.
No,
it's very. I get it though, because like, you've got to be smarter than that.
You do, and it's just too naive. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, So I just think we need to 11 seasons in.
Yeah.
We need to stop shaming people for wanting to get clout and wanting to get a following or whatever the benefit of the show is.
Yeah.
Because they're a spectacle to us now. We are benefiting from them being assholes on television.
But let's talk about the people on this season who we think are a little bit clout chasing.
Yes.
I'm so
glad you asked
obviously
this.
there's an element in every single person, but I want to talk about the people where it's just dead obvious and the audience is like, oh, this is not going to end well for you.
The big one that comes to mind is an unlikely one, but Collins.
Collins. What was that speech?
It's tough. It's really, really tough. But look, we're all here for love, right? Yeah. Whoa. Oh my God.
Collins, mate, shut up. Like, I don't get that. Was he acting? Like, it was like he was going for an Academy Award.
That's goodbye for me too. Whoa.
Goodbye.
When him and Natalie left the experiment this week, for a hot second, mind you, like 2 minutes, then his little speech about, oh God, I'm so sad. Do I have to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Darling, if you're gonna put out a speech, carry it through.
Yeah.
And be a good actor, because you're not.
But he's not. It's interesting because when we did, every season we see the couples ranking challenge. I literally wrote on Pedestrian's Instagram yesterday how I think that you should just lie. Like, I think that you should have your partner first and then everyone else in a league of their own.
Yeah.
But after watching Collins, I completely changed my opinion. His lying was so terrible. It was just not convincing. And obviously Natalie was there being like, you're full of shit, mate, and it was painful to watch.
Yeah.
And I think he's so there for clout. Rumour has it that he's been trying to get on the show for many seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's words, whispers here or there.
As Ben, and I think I've heard this about past contestants on another season as well. Like,
which again, I think is fine.
Yeah.
But like, be a better actor, mate. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is painful.